Welcome to Tenor Tech, where I solve the problems you didn't even know you had.
You start by powering down and reseating the SSD. This fixes loose contacts fast. Once done, make sure the correct slot or port is used. M2 versus SATA matters. You then boot into BIOS or UEFI to confirm the controller sees the device. If it does not appear, toggle SATA mode or M2 configuration and save. Also inspect power and data cables for damage. These steps eliminate the most common physical and firmware blockers before software work. If BIOS detects the SSD but Windows or Mac OS does not, you move to Disk Tools. You open Disk Management, Disk Utility, or use diskpart/lsblk to spot uninitialized, offline, or raw disks. Once found, initialize the disk as GPT unless you need MBR, create a partition, then format with NTFS, exFAT, or apps as appropriate. This makes the drive visible to the OS. If tools show errors, note error codes. They guide the next diagnostic actions. Finally, update the SATA/NVMe driver and the motherboard firmware. Compatibility bugs often hide there. You should run the SSD maker's utility to check health, run secure erase if planning reuse, or apply firmware fixes they recommend. If the drive still fails to appear, test it in a different PC or with a known good adapter. This isolates host versus drive failure. And if data matters, stop attempts that risk damage and consult professional recovery. Don't write to a dying SSD.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to keep your life in tune.